Hi everyone, today we are going to talk about certs. So basically certs are of two types. One is symmetric, another is asymmetric. Now in this talk only we will also be talking about TLS and MTLS. Okay, so what is symmetric? Symmetric is that you encrypt using a key and then you decrypt using key. Okay, so let's say you have a funnel and magically you give data and key and then you get encrypted data out. Okay. And similarly, you have a key and you have encrypted data, and then the data comes out. So this is basically symmetric key. In this, there is one issue that this key is shared. So there has to be a central repo where we can share. If we would want to transfer the message from A to B, let's say if I were to transfer the message or A were to transfer the message to B over internet. So A can convert this to encrypted message using key, and then this message can be transferred over the wire. B can use key to decrypt the message. Now this key has to be shared between A and B. This is one problem in symmetric. Now in asymmetric, what happens is there are two things. One is key public and this is key private. So whatever I represent in red color, it is private. Whatever I represent in green is public. So this cannot be shared, whereas this can be shared. Okay, so in this there are four operations that we have. One is encrypt, then is decrypt, then is verify, and last one is signature. So the method is like this, in which let's say if I would want to encrypt, I have data, I can give public key and then I'll have encrypted data. Now if I would want to decrypt, there is only one person who will have the private key who can decrypt it. So here encrypted message, this will be key private, and then you get message out. Okay, and then there is something called as sign and verify. Sign data, signature is always done by the authority, so it will always be done via private key, and then you get a signature. And then you have verify, in which you take the signature, you take the data, and you take the public key. So anybody can verify because public key is available to all, and there is only one who can sign. So you will get either success or fail. Okay. So this is the difference between symmetric and asymmetric. So let's say there are three persons who want to transfer the message. So this is A, this is B, this is C. A wants to transfer the message to B. So the message will be encrypted when it is getting transferred over the wire. So you will see encrypted message, and this will have private public key of B. Okay, by this they can transfer the message, and then there is a pool of public keys by which B can verify whether the message, or B can decrypt the data and then use the data. So in this, there is one problem, that who will manage this? So that is why there came a concept of third-party authority, which is also known as certificate authority. So what it does is it acts as an authority. It has key and it has an public key. Okay. So in this, let's say if A wants to send the data to B, in that case, saying that I would want to send the data, then A can say that A is good, and then this is signed by third party, signed by authority. Okay, and then what we can do is we can take and verify that this message, the data that is coming, the signature that is coming with the data, which will be npub, and then it can verify the signature with npub and state that it is success or not. Only if it is success, it will transfer it over the wire. So this is how A can transfer the message to B over internet. Okay, now there are two concepts here. One is TLS, one is MTLS. I'll not go into detail because these are very complex concepts, but I'll just try to explain TLS, MTLS. Okay. So in case of TLS, what happens is there is a client and then there is a server. Now, client, let's say, has some third-party trust. So, and the server has the key, the certificates, and if there are intermediate certificates, we can consider certificates only for now. Now, let's say a user goes to reddit.com. This then resolves to IP. It accepts the request. It sends a TLS stating hello. It receives the TLS stating hello. And then it's along with this send its certificates also. So we can verify the certificates. Now the client does the verification. After that, verifying, it verifies whether this chain CIC is valid, and then checks whether the name is valid, whether it is coming from reddit.com only. Then it generates a random key. Okay, this is then used with the public key of the server to get the encrypted message. Now this is then transferred over the wire where the server will decrypt. So here what happens is there is one side in which the server sends the message or sends the certificate and the client verifies it, whether the certificates are valid or not. Now there is a two-way communication in which both the client and the server will send. So let's say we have client, we have server, we have K1, K2, then we have certificate 1, intermediate certificate, certificate 2, intermediate certificate. In this case, similarly, TLS handshake happens. It sends a TLS hello back. It asks for the certificates. It verifies, also says that give me yours also. Give me your certificate. Then this also gives, the client also gives the certificate. This verifies. After that, the data is sent. So here, verification happens at two places. And that is why it is called as MTLS. And here, verification happens at one places, which is client. That is why it is known as TLS. Thank you, guys.